Since I was a child, I've been interested in all kinds of clothes. When I was in school, I spent a lot of math classes quietly drawing all kinds of clothes and jewelry I liked on rough paper that was supposed to be used for arithmetic. Or use a tissue to soften the middle part of the waist. Imagine that the top part is waist-length hair, and the bottom part is a long white skirt. So when I'm asked a roll call, my brain is always empty. I've been made to stand as punishment quite a few times because of it. But even on the way to the penalty stand, I still imagine I'm walking in the middle of the red carpet in a gorgeous dress and getting the attention of the audience off the stage. Then I took my book, lowered my head, and stood at the end of the classroom, wondering when this class would be over so I could finish my drawing. When I got to college, I finally had a decent appearance and a decent living expenses. Even though it's living expenses, but that money hardly goes for eating. While I'm not sure if I did the right thing, but the established fact is that most of them are used for skincare and clothing and jewelry. The most money be spent on clothes. Just like when I study the ingredients of skincare, I started studying clothing styles, fabrics, and tailoring. And also began determining the right size by using my measurements rather than just relying on my weight. And by measuring the length from shoulder to foot to understand how long the garment should be for the perfect fit. Fashion fades, only style remains the same, is the motto of Lady Chanel after a lifetime. I always knew it, but for the first few years, I didn't really understand what it meant. Like many people, I am inevitably drawn to symbols that are instantly recognizable. It's as if by having them, I have an identity and become that kind of person. But no matter how expensive things, after the number of contacts, slowly that kind of novelty will gradually fade. When that obsession slowly lost its effect, their true situation began to gradually emerge. One day, I was at the mall, and I saw me and everyone in almost identical outfits like copy and paste, and I started to realize that something was wrong. It is just like a doll that is mass-produced in a factory, with only slight differences in details caused by different batches. I lost style in the pursuit of style, as if it had become a mathematical problem that could only be solved by applying specific formulas. But of all the subjects at school I hated the most was math. I came home, looked at the stack of conspicuous signs in my closet, and decided to find my own. If you have asked your parents for money, I believe you must also be able to deeply appreciate the feeling of, when you take from others, you're beholden to them. Therefore, in my pursuit of style, low-key is a feature that I have always been unable to get around. There's a big difference between inheriting wealth and creating it. The former are dependent on the family. Whatever they do cannot be too bold. Because of this, I don't have much choice in the clothing. Good tailoring, neutral tones. These are the least error-prone. So, the quality of the fabric is what I focus on. If silk and linen in summer are the icing on the cake, cashmere and fur in winter are the help. They are such wonderful things in the world, and I can say from the bottom of my heart that they are a gift from God. So far, I'm still constantly exploring my own style, not only the dressing up, but also my own heart and the standards of being human. I began to try to understand myself through what did people do in different eras in the past. I look at how they find their own inner peace by pursuing the quality of their own lives, by tapping into their own needs. Looking at the marks they left behind after a lifetime of experience and thinking, maybe style is not an enigmatic thing. It is simply the most intuitive representation of one's life experience to another. It is a way of truly merging with one's spirit and body after a long period of time to help a person become who they want to be. The reason why the style lasts forever may be derived from the desire of everyone to be understood by the world. In the end, use this as a way to give people a glimpse into a small corner of their soul.